ride with me in my foul life.
What's up, Fowl Life Nation? How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Hope y'all are enjoying this summer. Boy, is it hot. I don't think I've ever seen hot like this in the West. I'm talking Seattle, 112 degrees, Boise, 115 degrees, Chico, California, 10 days in a row of 105 or hotter. Where we're at in Nevada, we have been already 10 days in a row, and we have 10 days left of 95 or higher, with several of those days being 102, 103, and we broke our all-time record at 109 degrees. Crazy. It's not even enjoyable being outside. Even if you have a pool, you're at the lake, you don't want to get sunburnt. When you jump in the water, it feels good, but then you got to get out because the sun's just beating down on you. A lot of shade time, a lot of cold drinks time. Thank you, Gator Coolers. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Safari Club International. This is another episode of Fowl Thoughts by our friends at SCI, the official SCI, Safari Club International, first for hunters. And I just want to talk a little bit about the first couple episodes of the Fowl Life. Hopefully y'all been catching them on the Outdoor Channel, exclusively on the Outdoor Channel. Benelli's The Fowl Life. We've been getting a ton of feedback on the episodes. The California tapes. We decided with COVID we were going to spend last season in California staying close to home. We didn't want to take a chance of traveling, with some states shutting down to non-residents. Even duck clubs all over the country weren't allowing guests because of the pandemic, and they weren't taking a chance with strangers on the ground. So we just decided to stay close, huddle up with Rock Merlot and CWA, Riley Haw, the whole crew down there. And it was a blast. We got to experience so much, so many different storylines, so many different experiences. I mean, it's duck camp. We were in the San Francisco Bay. We were in the East Bay. We were in Vallejo. We were in the Butte Sink. We were in the Rice Country. We were in the Delta. We were at Tule Lake. We were in Klamath Falls. We were all over the state chasing so many different varieties. Let's see. Eiders, scoters, canvasbacks, golden eyes, mallards, widgeon, pintail, teal, spoonbills, snow geese, greater and lesser, speckle bellies, Canada's graders, lessers, cacklers. Am I missing anything? Pretty good variety across the table of a mixed bag, California, and then a huge mixed bag of stories and storylines. Camaraderie, advocacy, politics, hunters' rights, farmers' rights, water rights, conservation, youth hunter, new hunter, women in the outdoors programs, banquets, everything that California Waterfowl stands for. You can check more out at calwaterfowl.org, but we got to experience all of it. And we've been working with California Waterfowl and Merlot and all the guys down there, all the girls down there, for going on 6 years now, and we've accomplished a lot, in my opinion. And having all the episodes of season 13 of Benelli's The Fowl Life filmed in the state of California to showcase and highlight not just the positives. There's a lot of negatives that come with the state of California. Hunters are up against a lot there, and that's why we did it. And that's why an episode of Safari Club's The Fowl Thoughts is so important, because Safari Club is teaming up with organizations like CWA, California Waterfowl, to fight for hunters' rights, shooters' rights. This is our privilege. We have to fight for it. It's not written into our Declaration of Independence or our Constitution. This is a privilege to be a hunter in America. It's one of the only countries we can really freely hunt like we get to here. I'm not saying you can't hunt in other countries, but we have so many hunting rights and privileges and access in this country, but slowly but surely, the antis, the other side of the spectrum, are trying to take it away from us. And we don't want that. I don't want to see that. I want my daughter Alyssa and my nephew Chase and my nephews Chance and Caden to grow up and be able to hunt and fish freely like we have been able to do. And when you see the work that's being put into this by Safari Club, by California Waterfowl Association, by individuals like Rocky Merlot, who's the chairman of the board for CWA, the countless hours that a man like this is putting in behind the scenes. I want hunters and fishers all over this country, when you wake up in Kansas or Maryland or Florida or Louisiana or North Dakota, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Arizona, you name it. I want you to know when you wake up, there's individuals fighting for us behind the scenes. In D.C., the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, where the White House is, where our freedoms are talked about, in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, SCI is there daily working for us because there's so many people working against us. So keep that in mind. Do not take it for granted that you get to wake up and get in your truck and go to Casey's or Quick Stop and get a breakfast pizza or burrito or whatever awesome health food hunters put in their bodies during hunting season. We got to meal prep, guys and girls. I'm learning how to meal prep right now, and I freaking hate it, but I'm doing it. But I want you to keep in mind when you're driving down that dirt road, getting ready with that anticipation. And I know it's fun and I know it's exciting and it's exuberating, and that's exactly what hunting needs to be and what it needs to stay. But we have to keep in mind that there's a lot of work being done to ensure this privilege. Our right to hunt, our right to bear arms, our right to shoot. Join the NRA, join Safari Club International. And when you watch these episodes of The Fowl Life and you see these stories of how therapeutic hunting is for military, veterans, and active duty and special forces, and we hunt with cancer survivors and people fighting cancer as we speak, kids that have life-threatening diseases. You've seen us work with St. Jude's and Ronald McDonald House. Look at what hunting does, how therapeutic it is. Watch these episodes and see what's going on behind the scenes that's ensuring that we get to hunt. The botulism episodes that we're going to air this year, the ducks and geese dying, Bird Alley X, volunteers saving ducks, going out in airboats and picking up thousands of wounded ducks and dead ducks a day and rushing the wounded, crippled ducks, the sick ducks back to a makeshift hospital like the sitcom MASH was. It's like a military hospital, and in no way am I trying to compare sick ducks to veterans, but I'm telling you, this makeshift hospital full of volunteers, men and women that are taking these ducks and geese in and other shorebirds and getting them back to health, to where they can release them back into the wild through IVs and bathing them and getting nutrition in them, food and water, and getting them hydrated, because botulism is a bacteria. It's a disease that is spread pretty much by maggots. And it's so sad when you learn what happens when the water gets down to the levels that it was at the Tule Basin or the Klamath Falls Basin up in Northern California, just south of the Oregon border, right on the Oregon border. It's amazing to see what something like botulism can do. Guys, girls, 60,000 minimum died, ducks and geese and shorebirds. They're saying maybe it was closer to 85 to 100,000. Think about that. And CWA and SCI and all of these volunteers are fighting to make sure, or at least try to prevent it from ever happening again. It's going to happen again. California's in a drought again. There's no water in Klamath. There's no water in Tule. We're trying to buy water right now through efforts through CWA and Safari Club and hopefully the Department of Interior of the United States of America. This was the first waterfowl refuge ever put in 1908 by Roosevelt. This is important. Thousands of animals use it. Not just ducks, not just geese, shorebirds, predators, deer, antelope, birds of prey. So many different animals depend on the water. Not to mention all of the different lizards and snakes and reptiles and insects, all of the insects that inhabit this marsh. Everything is dying off because there's no water. And there's no end in sight. So it's up to us to fight for this. And these episodes are going to highlight that, because you can't have the good without fighting against the bad. You can't just smile without knowing what it means to cry. You can't be happy until you know what it means to be sad. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of sad states out there in the hunting industry that we have to fight to get to the happy side. Yes, it's fun to stack them up. Yes, it's fun to see mallards drop their feet and cup their wings and come into your decoy spread. Yes, it's fun to hear that coffee pot start and that wet dog shake the water off of its back. But we can't have all of that unless we fight for the future generations, the existence of our lifestyle, the culture, the heritage of hunting, not just duck and goose hunting. All hunting rights are being threatened, shooting rights, ammo, guns. You got to get involved. And that's what we wanted to do through these episodes, is show a state that is not known for waterfowl hunting, even though it's always in the top 3 or 5, sometimes number 1 of hunters in the field, hunting licenses bought. It's always in the top 5 of overall harvest of ducks and geese. So many different species use it. There's so much history of waterfowl hunting. We get to talk with Yancey Knowles and so many different individuals in these episodes that educate us on California and why it has been a beacon of waterfowl hunting since the commercial hunting days in the San Francisco Bay, when a lot of the restaurants were serving the ducks that were being killed during the day. It's so interesting to know that the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco and the Bay Area and Hollywood and the Walk of Stars and Sunset Boulevard and Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills and everything that you hear, San Diego and the coast and Santa Monica. There's been so many songs written about this state, but nobody really understands how awesome the outdoors are here. From the snow skiing to the water skiing to the wakeboarding to the duck hunting, this state has it all. And we wanted to highlight the hunting aspect of it, the conservation aspect of it, the farming aspect of California. And it's awesome. I'm telling you. It starts off with a preview that people went nuts for. They saw a little bit about what we were going to be doing. Then the first episode is Mr. Mike Collins, and he was given 2 months to live because of skin cancer, fighting cancer, and how important it is to be in the outdoors and see ducks and geese do what they do. I had tears in my eyes. Everybody in our hunt crew had tears in our eyes. Mike had tears in his eyes. We visit his wife. We visit his home. We see his duck call collection, his band collection. This man was a military man, a firefighter, a conservation leader, a father, a husband, an uncle, a brother, a son. And when it all came down to it and the doctors gave him that diagnosis of 60 days to live, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much you've accomplished or experienced in life. That's hard to take. It was hard to swallow. We keep our fingers crossed. We hit our knees. We pray to the Lord upstairs. You're spiritual, you're religious. I'm not saying what to choose. It's all personal beliefs. But we hit our knees and we prayed for this man. The geese cooperated, big Canada geese back flapping, right in the decoy spread. We had 9 or 10 dozen greenhead gear, commercial grade Canada goose decoys out. We had all of our finisher blinds and dry rice. October 2020, the early goose, Canada goose season in California. It's so much fun. It's hot. It was going to reach 100 degrees that day, but we didn't let it deter us. And we put on a show, I thought, for the geese. The geese put on a show for us, and Mike was in awe. Hundreds of decoying geese, and I don't know if it mattered that we harvested any, but to know that we were together that day and he was getting a smile, going back to the shop and cleaning them and having a cold Bud Light and cooking some of the geese up and some American almond beef steaks, it was amazing to all of us. And what can I say? Our partners, our sponsors, our network, the Outdoor Channel, Benelli and Federal and High-Vis and Realtree and Bandit and Avery and Traeger. And I shouldn't even name them because I'll never be able to name all of the support that we get. But please visit thefowllife.com and hit our sponsors link and support those sponsors. Gator Coolers, Mallard View Outdoors, Dick CPEC Tires, Bodyguard Bumpers, Lear. What would we do without Lear? The toppers. Decked, the systems in the back of our truck, Jargon Duck Calls, Gerber Knives, American Almond Beef, Jack Daniels, Safari Club International, California Waterfowl, Merlot Waterfowl. I'm trying to name them as I go. I know I'm not going to get them all. Mojo Outdoors. Terry Demon, thank you so much for believing in us. Mojo is so powerful for what they stand for in the hunting community. Who am I missing? Thorogood Boots, our footwear company. Thank you so much. New Balance shoes for our fitness and keeping us in shape, hopefully keeping us in shape. Anheuser-Busch. I'm trying. I'm really trying right now. We have a couple new sponsors coming on that I'm not going to announce yet, but I'm fired up about that. But maybe I should just go to our website, Vortex Optics. I can't forget about Vortex and our scouting missions and what it means to be able to have the best optics on earth to find. the birds that we're going to chase the next day. I'm not trying to, I guess I am trying to buy some time here, but I'm just going to our sponsors link so I can fill everybody in. Benelli, Federal, Mojo, Bandit, Anheuser-Busch, Traeger Grills, Avery Outdoors, Vortex Optics, Gator Coolers, Lear, Eukanuba Dog Food. Yes, Eukanuba keeping Axel and Duff and all of our dogs healthy and fired up. Featherlight of Reno for our trailers, Jargon Game Calls, Jack Daniels, Dickies Workwear. Unbelievable to have Dickies Workwear on our team. Meat, Made with Meat, all of our butchering and processing means through the meat company. Check them out, madewithmeat.com. Hunter Glen Winery, Bodyguard Bumpers, Napa Valley Olive Oil, Dick Peck Tires, Corning Ford. Thank you for helping us with our truck. Paul and Francis, High-Vis, Gerber Gear and Knives, Safari Club International, Thoroughgood Boots, Dogtra, all of our training collars for our sporting dogs, Greenhead Gear Decoys, Gator Tail Boat Motors, Avery Sporting Dog, Bad Boy Mowers, Bad Boy, helping us bush hog and mow all of our lands and food plots, Liberty Safes, protecting all of our Benellis, Oakley Eyewear, protecting our vision. Jack Link's Jerky, keeping us snacked up. High protein meals. Real Tree brand camo. Deemer Box for all of our tunes. What's up with that Fowl Life playlist with Brent Cobb and Leith Lofton, Drake White and Adam Hood and Aaron Lewis and Whiskey frickin' Myers? Come on now. They're all on there. Go check them out. Please, Rob Roberts, Custom Gunworks, Mallard View Outdoors. We're going to be adding a few new sponsors, but please support the partners and sponsors that support us. And I'm not trying to do this to commercialize, but look, we're trying to bring the best duck and goose hunting conservation entertainment that we can through the Outdoor Channel, the My Outdoor TV app, our YouTube channel, all of our social medias at the Fowl Life TV, at these podcasts where the payment ends, the Fowl Life podcast, This Life Ain't For Everybody. And without these partners and sponsors, we can't do it without them. So it's not about saying rah, rah, or hey, you got to shoot a Benelli or Black Cloud. It's about saying they're supporting this culture. So please support them. And we work with the best, hands down. We truly do. Think about that. The next time you go to your sporting goods store, retailer of choice, or your online catalog service, support these companies that are supporting the culture of the American hunter, the worldwide hunter. Support these conservation agencies. Support the Outdoor Channel. I know that you can find content other places, but guys and girls, the Outdoor Channel is dedicated to this lifestyle. They are showing us from the scouting to the setup to the actual harvest to the butchering to the processing to the eating of the wild game. We have the Fowl Life TV on the Outdoor Channel main network. We have the Provider TV starting in August of 2021 on the My Outdoor TV digital app. We're going to be on all of that. Plus, we're on their social media. We're on their website, My Outdoor Life TV or myoutdoortv.com, outdoorchannel.com. There's a ton of content through the Sportsman's Group, which is the Outdoor Channel, the World Fishing Network, the Sportsman's Channel. They support this culture and the heritage of us. So support them, get them. It's a little bit of upgrade on your cable bill, but come on. It's nonstop Michael Waddell and T-Bone and Nick Munt and Ted Nugent and the Fowl Life and Lee and Tiffany and the Crush and the Drurys and so many great producers and TV shows out there. So support them. Get with it. We appreciate it. We're humbled by it. We want to stay humble. No egos in this game. We have so much going on with the Provider and American Almond Beef and Jargon and Avery and Bandit and Greenhead Gear and the Fowl Life, our podcast. We have other brands that we're getting ready to launch to the market, and we're working with the top sponsors and partners in the country to bring these episodes to you. I hope that it rings true to you. I hope that all of you are motivated by it. If you want to go out and start your own content development company or TV show, do it. Take the plunge. I'm not going to say it's easy, but you're welcome to come and try and do it because we're Americans. Free enterprise, baby. It's what makes our world go round. And these companies and sponsors that we work with are supporting producers and TV and content providers like ourselves and so many others out there. And it's a privilege to work with them. So again, thefowllife.com. Check out our sponsors link. Support all of them that help us. Extreme Diesel, Jason Carrier down in Chico, California, and how he helps build out a bunch of our Fowl Life Edition trucks. I can go on and on, but without the boots on the ground, without our partners and sponsors, none of this is possible. And I'm not saying that everybody should be like, oh, it doesn't matter. You got a life that you get to go hunt for a living. I'm saying that We work for it. We want to work hard to continue to bring it to you so you can hop in the truck and go hunting with us weekly on the Fowl Life TV or the Provider TV, our social media platforms, and show and help us showcase this lifestyle and what a privilege it is. And that's why I wanted to come on here and say thank you to Safari Club, California Waterfowl, and Merlot for giving us the chance to bring you season 13. Can you believe that? Season 13 of Benelli's The Fowl Life. We're getting ready to start filming season 14 in a couple months. Hopefully the Canadian border's open. Safari Club is fighting for that. Hopefully all of the trips that we have planned, I can't wait to go over. I'm coming back at you with another episode soon of Safari Club's Fowl Thoughts and talk to you about some of the locations we're talking about going and how we're going to be working with Safari Club in these different locales. Don't forget that January 2022, January 20th through the 24th, 2022, Las Vegas, Nevada, the Safari Club National Convention. So much entertainment, so many outfitters, so many industry leaders and retailers that are going to be there. Manufacturers, custom makers of so many different products are going to be in Vegas for the Safari Club International National Convention, Vegas 2022, January. I cannot wait. We will be there. We're fired up for it. I don't know what else to say, guys and girls. I'm just excited that the new season 13 of the Fowl Life is on the Outdoor Channel right now. The Provider TV will launch in late August of 2021 on the My Outdoor TV app. We're going to be in a couple different locations in August and September. We will be at the Texas Trophy Hunters Association Convention in Fort Worth, Texas in August. We'll be at a couple different retailers. Look for us in Spanish Forks, Utah, Corvallis, Oregon, working with Dickies. We're going to be having our Traegers out in parking lots at Dickies retail dealers, and we're going to be cooking American almond beef and some farm-raised wild game. We're going to be sharing stories. We're going to be doing seminars on grilling and cooking. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be doing a couple events with Jack Daniels in August and September and October. Got some big news coming up. We'll be announcing those on a couple new episodes here of the Fowl Life podcast. Please stay in touch with us. DM us on Instagram at the Fowl Life TV, at the Fowl Life TV on Facebook, or you can go to info@thefowllife.com. Send us anything that you guys want to hear about on the podcast. We can get you recipes. We can get you input and details on any of the brands that you hear mentioned here. And we're just excited. I'm talking smack because it's almost hunting season. The dog days of summer are going to come to an end pretty quick. Stay cool out there. Support Safari Club International. This has been another episode of Safari Club International's SCI Fowl Thoughts right here at the Fowl Life Podcast. I'm Chad Belding. Thank you all so much. Tom, Jake, hit that song. This is 2 a.m. Logic. The song is called My Fowl Life.